Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is my first video of 2018. I wanted to do a product review, and the product that I want to review is called Keysmart. This is it here, and don't know if this will focus. I'll put an image of this in focus up front so you guys can see it. But basically what this is, it's the Swiss Army knife of key rings. So this one here is the Keysmart Rugged, and I went for it in red. It comes in a whole lot of colors. Like, you can get it in black, you can get it in titanium, you can get it in blue, and you can get it in red, and maybe white as well. It also comes with this bottle opener, and I got this screwdriver for it as well. That was extra. It doesn't come included in the price, but it's not very expensive. The other thing that this comes with is extra screws, so you can assemble it. Now these screws are longer than the screws that are in it now, and the idea behind that is just if you have like a big wad of keys that you're putting into this, it'll basically hold more keys. So that's what that's for. So yeah, I kind of just want to show you guys how this all goes together and then what it's like to use it. They recommend using like a coin to open the screws here. European currency is too thick for the screws, so I'm actually using a screwdriver because it's just easier. When I did use this the first time, I used a 5-cent coin and it did work, but it was a pain in the ass. So like anytime I think in future that I have to do this, I will use a screwdriver. Probably if you have like a 5-cent coin in dollars, it's probably gonna work and fit fine. But for me here in Europe, it doesn't. Once we've taken the screws off, this plate here comes off. This is the belt clip that comes out as well, and they say even in the description that that belt clip is optional, so you don't have to use it. And obviously if you take the belt clip off, it's much more flush when you're putting it in and out of your pocket, or taking it in and out of your pockets, and there's nothing to get caught. Flip side to that though is that you've got this big ugly gaping hole here that I don't like, so I keep the belt clip on. There's this little item here, this piece. It's just like a little metal tab, and the idea is that you can just put like a traditional key ring. So we have a fob to get in and out of our building, so I use that. I stick that on this and then I'm good to go. One thing though, the bottle opener actually has one of those as well, so you could probably use just that if you wanted, but I have a feeling that that might make it more difficult to use the bottle opener. So I would still use this little metal tab if you're going to be attaching any extra rings onto your Keysmart. It also comes with 6 spacers, which they recommend you use. The spacers are actually really important. One of the things that matters a lot with this when you're putting it together is that the two sides are even and level. So if one side is sticking up and the other side is down at an angle, it's not going to go together properly, and it won't hold your keys properly. So they'll just be kind of flapping about the place and spinning around, and then it doesn't work right. You get 6, so it's 3 either side. If you do have a lot of keys, or you feel like you need more than the 6 spacers that come with it, you can add more. I literally have 4 keys. I've got my main front door key, the Chubb key, I've got the key for a letterbox, and I have the key for my office drawer in work. Finally, this screwdriver. This basically, the way I see it is it works like an extra key. So that'll be like my 5th key. One thing I'll say about it, this black bit here is the actual screwdriver part. And at the moment it's a flathead. But if I take this out and I turn it around, put it back in, now it's a Phillips head. So it's really clever, and it's a really clever design. And my only concern about this is that I might get into trouble going through security at an airport. Okay, so if we just try and put this together really quickly now. We put the front plate down and we put the first washer on, and then we put our first key down, which in this case for me is the front door key. Then we put the second washer down, and then I put the bottle opener down. And then it's the third washer goes on top of that. Oh no, it's all falling apart. So we just very quickly put it all back together as we had it. So front door key, washer, bottle opener, washer. And then we put the Chubb or mortis lock key down. Call that a Chubb key here in Ireland. And then we attach the rear plate and we just screw that in place really quickly. It doesn't have to be too tight at this point, it's just enough to hold it in place. And then I've attached the screwdriver and the fourth washer, so I'm starting to fill up the next side now. And then I put the keyring attachment on. And the fifth washer goes then on top of that. And I'm just using the screw. So as we can see, this is quite finicky to put together. And it's a bit tricky to get everything to line up and stay in the right place to let you put it together. So if I try putting this the opposite way around, hopefully it'll stay in place and not fall off again. And then we put the mailbox key down. And the sixth and final washer. And pro tip, don't use a magnetic screwdriver to try and line everything up, because it will just get in your way and take everything off again. So now I'm using my Swiss Army knife to try and line everything up. And finally, my office drawer key is the last key that I need to apply. And I'm using the toothpick from my Swiss Army knife now, just to try and get everything on this side to line up correctly. And then I slide the rear plate over the keys, and I keep my toothpick in there and use that just so that it doesn't all fly apart on me again. And finally I put the second screw in, and I just give it a quick tighten, and now it's at the point where I can tighten both the screws to my desired tightness so that the Keysmart will be as tight as I want it to be. And that is how you put your Keysmart together. A few little misstarts in there just because it is a bit tricky, but in general it's pretty straightforward to put this together. So the way I have put my Keysmart together right now is I have my screwdriver is here on this side with my letterbox key and my drawer key in work, and then I've obviously got this keyring aspect right here, which I'm actually going to add my keyring to with my important fob and my Swiss Army knife. And then on the other side I have my front door key, my Chubb key, and arguably the most important one of all, my bottle opener. So yeah, that is basically Keysmart. So the only thing really that I have to say is definitely the worst thing about using Keysmart is assembling it. Once you have it put together, it works really well and I really like it. I think it's a really good solution to keeping your keys in your pocket. I think it looks really cool. It's kind of industrial looking. It looks like a tool of some sort. So as far as I know, there's 4 different types of Keysmarts in the range. There's the regular Keysmart, which is very similar to the rugged. It just doesn't have this belt clip. And I don't think it comes with a bottle opener. There's the Keysmart Pro, which is bigger and it has the tile, the Bluetooth tile built into it so that you can find it if you ever lose your keys. You can just track it on your phone, which is quite cool. And then there's the Keysmart Bright, which again looks like the Keysmart Rugged, but it has a little torch built into it. I just felt like the Keysmart Rugged was the one that I wanted. I liked how it looked. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description below to the website, so if you're in any way interested in the Keysmart, you can go and you can check it out there and you can see all the different options and you can see which one that you think suits you the best. Okay, listen, I'm gonna leave this video here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please subscribe to my channel. I do want to get into a regular uploading schedule. I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know what my schedule is going to be like yet, but when I know more about that, you'll know more about it. And until then, I'll catch you in the next video. Okay, bye.